All right, so here's the post analysis for the reacceptance class, initiative defense auction relocates March 4th, 2026 NASDAQ 100. One of the things that I want to point out is the fact that the only reason the auction can relocate is if a new inventory is introduced before the 5 minute closes and confirms your thesis, right? So typically, to confirm the thesis, the auction has to rebalance, choose a side. And what confirms that is if the initiative defends, 5 minute must close higher. The second thing is structure pre-cash was solid. You can see that there were multiple legs inside of it. So displacement occurred somewhere in this two candle sequence, right? You could see it. So this is where the sellers were last accepted in that push before being displaced. So displacement has nothing to do with the actual compression high. It's about where were you last accepted from your last boundary push. So last boundary push, this is the value zone. This was the impulse. Prices came back here strongly against them, right? So it's not about how we have the renegotiation, no, because it's really about the 5 minute telling us, and we're saying this is where everything happened that close to that wick. And so as prices returned, right, you have absorption by the buyers, not acceptance. You have counterflow stepping down, and then you have the buyers holding, right, confirming the higher low right there. See that pause? One, two, three. And then two candle closes above it with minimal overlap, right? Actually, no overlap, right? So, but the buyers failed to close higher. So we can be patient and allow the entry to come back here for an entry. Stops would be below the entirety of the zone, right? That compression zone there, basically. Okay. Now, going back to the 5 minute point, we see that prices strongly got here, but sellers introduced new inventory. But they introduced that new inventory before the bullish thesis was confirmed. You see, that's why that candle closed like that. Whenever they introduce new inventory as such and buyers absorb it, right? As buyers absorb, because naturally our targets would be here. But because new inventory was introduced and buyers stepped in, then that allows us to the market to relocate, create a higher high, as you could see. From a targeting perspective, you just measure the height of the new inventory zone and you say, okay, just give me a 1:1 break above that, and that will be sufficient. All right. So just wanted to break down this particular trade. The execution starts below the compression low in this particular sequence for 4.4R. Thank you.